Officially live, huh? Yep, I can see the screen. Okay, done. Just have to copy the link now. Okay, done. Copy paste on clan. We are also pasting in Facebook lah. Mhm. Chat. Shit. Okay. Done. Mhm. Cool. Okay. I think people are joining, right? Do you want to wait for more people, Satish? Or?
Yeah, we can do that too. I think we can start in like a couple of minutes.
Yeah, you guys can face will be late. You guys can start with the question, so while we wait for other people.
I think we'll probably after a million subscribers.
Now, if you guys sit through the whole session, Satish will show his face finally.
Oh my god. I think we'll do the same pattern like last week. Maybe
Sure.
first half we can just do a demo and Q&A, and the second half I'll do a demo and Q&A.
Yeah, this week I don't think I have anything, so I'm just doing
No,
it.
you can just like maybe
But yeah, I mean it's just a quick testing, so people probably can see that, and we can just do a normal Q&A and demo
cool.
like a regular. So,
Okay, I
should I
think.
start sharing my screen? Or?
Yep. Yeah, you can do that.
Zoom is minimizing for some reason. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Prepared to be amazed by my shitty sketch.
Yeah, I think we'll keep this as like a testing stream.
Yep. So I guess most of the time the main focus of these streams are just questions. So
Yeah, maybe like in future we'll just like try to make it more better and organized. And yeah, it's keep getting better
mhm.
each stream. Can you guys see the screen?
I think screen sharing is working, but I can see getting updated on YouTube.
Yeah,
It should be working.
just like making sure to check from
Hmm.
other people.
Cool. Guys, yeah, so like last that's nice. Thank you, sir. So like last time, let's try to get some questions in. I mean, if you guys have some deep questions, yeah, shoot. We try to answer them to a best of our knowledge. Yeah, I mean that's the only thing we can promise. And if we miss out some questions, please do ask again.
So okay, I'll start with the question. So what are you trying to do?
I am. This is me trying something new, but so I got this result from the Artbrader thing. So I'm just trying to get the mood from that and just photo bashing some stuff in it. But I'm just gonna design the shapes on top of that. So not
Hmm.
like literally following the photos. So just setting up the light and dark shapes in different layers, maybe going back to them later on,
Hmm.
and
So
just
you're just like treating this as like a design phase,
yeah,
but
design
keeping
some.
that, yeah, keeping those AI and like photo bashing element as like a kind of like a plate,
Yeah,
and like mostly as a guide, and but you're trying to enhance that stuff even better, right?
yeah. So sort of like a
Okay.
quick, what would you'd have like a quick sketch. So instead of just
Hmm.
figuring out everything through from the basics, let's with the photo as a base and these this color palette, everything is sorted out, right? So it'll be much faster in that way.
Okay, here's a question. I really like to know how you guys use Art Breeder.
Mm,
I think GB showed some progress process for that in last stream for characters.
yeah, I mean
But I
it's
think I think straightforward. But yeah, if possible,
very
GB,
straight.
can you just like do a quick, um,
I think
let's say you start with
yeah, I mean most
random
of the
stuff,
time,
right? Yeah.
yeah, just go for random and you'll obviously get some kind of a, say for example, this, and you get like login. I don't remember the login details. But
But yeah, it's just like trying to merge two different things, right? Maybe
yeah,
you
so
can
if
just
you
like
go to something random like this, then you'll get these results. Then I guess you can only, so you only get those options if you
maybe.
log in, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think yeah. But it's basically is you try to merge between like multiple images. Either it can be environment, even it can be like different area, right? It can be either with like animals, creatures, or anything, and you come up with like different results.
Trying to,
HGB, can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
Oh,
just trying
okay.
to log and
Sure, sure.
see, yeah, something like this. So yeah, when you log in, you get these options, so you can like edit stuff here. So it'll start adding. If you add mountains, it'll start adding more mountain related stuff to the image. So as you can see, it's becoming more mountain related. If you increase architecture value, it'll become more influenced by architecture. It's like very random in a way. You
But it's,
can't,
it's it's kind of like a happy accidents too, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
end of the day, you just like decide where you want to stop, and you just take that and like try to do a paint over on top to make it like more better. But it's really a good solid base.
yeah. You guys can see like there's so much amazing color palette. I think this is a really good tool for creating nice color palette and like interesting textures. Yeah, you guys can get a lot from this for sure.
Cool.
So even with this, it's like if you just replace this thing with maybe a fallen road or something, it's like really cool.
Maybe that color palette is like
Yeah,
really interesting because of the cool and warm,
yeah, yeah. The
and
reds and the blues are like really
yeah.
paying off. Oh yeah, I mean it's pretty basic in a sense where like you really can't like sit and try to create something very specific. You have to have something random,
But
get
at end of
something.
the day, I think end of the day, even if you use AI, you just need to be like, having that solid foundation to make it more much better, right? So
Yeah, AI can only help you so much. It's more like 3D, right? I mean, just because you know a lot of 3D doesn't mean you can create like really good like quality illustration. That'll still come back to you learning your foundations and using those skills to execute that.
okay, here comes other question. Is it possible to somehow get into the concept art industry in India without a degree, or is that a little bit far fetched? No way, my parents letting me go into art school, lol. But I really do love art. I think
I don't have a degree
Yeah.
in art, so
You don't need actually. Again, it's from my experience, I have a odd degree, but it's not much useful because I'm currently working as a freelance concept artist. And even if you want to work in India, you don't require like art degree. You can have like any degree if you want to work in Indian studios. So it only matters when you travel abroad, and maybe for certain reasons they might require an art degree. So
yeah, it's
that's the case.
mainly for your visa. I mean, if you're when you're applying for visa, like the visa consulate people will definitely ask for some kind of a verification just to make sure that you are like a artist, or because they can't just look at your work and say, oh yeah, this guy's an artist. So they need like a actual government approved like a document so that they can provide your visa. So that's usually where like the degree concept comes in. But if you apply for like oven or some kind of a special visa category, sometimes you can just bypass that whole degree thing.
Cool. Can you guys give some insights into the rates of the concept artist working here in India in a studio to that of freelancing?
Studio, I'm guessing, I mean, it starts from 40, and senior artists would get around 1.5 lakhs, I guess, somewhere around
Yeah,
that
I
range.
think it depends on the studio too, and
Mm.
maybe a senior artist in India may get 70 to 90K, and maybe art director would get like something around 1.5 to 2. End of the day, it depends on the studio too.
Totally depends how much you negotiate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
maybe, but the junior artist in the gaming industry they start with something around 30 to 45K. And again, it's like what GB mentioned, it's like how you negotiate and value your work. And but that's a standard rate here in India, where studio is offering around like 45K max for junior concept artist. Again, this is from our experience, so don't like stick with it. Like you just need to do the research on your side too.
Freelance rate, I'm not really sure actually of the Indian rates.
Okay, the another question is like, what do you guys do when you are given a task to design something, and no matter what you try and how hard you can't hit it? Whose fault is it? Happened to me recently.
Mm, I would say like in terms of design, if you're not able to hit it, no matter how much you try, a lot of times it's the AD's responsibility to make sure that you understand your feedback and everything. But again, like
Maybe you just like need that extra additional push, or like a different thoughts, like
yeah,
how to
like a different
approach.
approach.
Again,
Well,
it's like maybe you just do a rough design or quick design and send it to AD for verification. Then he gives his thoughts, right? Then you get a clear
mm,
view of how you want to proceed further. So
but
end
yeah,
of the day, it's a
oftentimes it's
team
like
effort.
taking a break and going for a walk. Some simple stuff like that will help you clear your mind.
Yeah, I think you shouldn't like push yourself harder if you don't get the results quicker. So so in the sketch, like, do you think, are you like thinking about the light direction and stuff?
Mm, I'm just using a general rule here. What I'm doing is planes facing this area, I'm making darker. I'm just like
It's mostly is kind
a
of like
very
a top
diffuse.
plate, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very diffuse top. Maybe like that, like sort of like a three-quarter from here. So like this plane will automatically become darker. This is not getting any light at all. But I'll probably just like introduce some bounce light into it. But for now, I'm just keeping graphic.
Hmm.
Sort of like a very like a traditional three
Just
tone,
like, yeah, yeah, just keeping it simple in terms of
very
values, and
simple.
also like
Yeah,
focusing more on the shapes and
yeah,
the arrangement.
yeah. Big game never fails to tempt us with games that we don't need. It's like play me, play me. It's free. So have you guys been experimenting with some new software or something like that? The industry is changing so fast, right? I mean, past few years.
True. Let's see if anyone has questions. Okay. Yeah, DaVinci Resolve is really good, man. Actually, it's free, right? Um, and one of the best application for color grading.
Mhm.
3D is too confusing for me. Oh man, yeah. Since you have like a lot of tools, I think you can get overwhelmed by seeing what other artist does, especially in 3D, right? Just maybe like one solution for that is like just pick a one program and just create some artwork for like maybe like couple of months until you get okay with that program, and like try to incorporate that into your workflow. Maybe that will help you. Otherwise, what if you do learn one or two programs in a day, then you switch to another program, then it really frustrates. Hey, see, Bruno, talk soon. Is 3D just gonna take over the entire industry? I think it already does. um, Even with all the AI and stuff, like a lot of people are using uh, pretty much every tools that we see in the internet. End of the day, I feel like it's end of the day, tools are just tools, and how you gonna use that is what matters the most.
Decor is a vague term, right? It depends on like what industry. Is it going to be like illustration or But
Yeah,
style is still going to be there. You
yeah.
can still,
Still, people love the traditional drawing.
mm, that's still going to be there. So it's not like if you want to get into industry, you have to 100% learn 3D, but 3D is always a helpful tool. Yeah, but nowadays, I think now every client is just, "Brother, where's the 3D file?"
Sometimes like we start with 3D and we need to like send our first idea mostly in 3D so that it's easy to change with the client feedback and iterations.
Mm,
And and the and the thing is like what client look is like the final result, not about like how you did this, like or whether you used VR or odd breeder or something. It's gonna be like the story and the final product. And also nobody cares about whether you use Blender or Modo or Maya.
I think that's where a lot of people make a mistake of not using tool as a tool, but getting too
Cool.
what's up.
And here comes the next question. Which kind of portfolio is better for landing the job? Let's say a portfolio with specialization like character or environment alone, or a generalist portfolio with a little bit of everything. GB, your opinion on that?
Specialized portfolio is easier to make, in my opinion, actually.
I think yeah, it's true, right? It's like you just like focus on that one craft for a very long time. You eventually get better, and you can easily get hired. And rather than like you just have like a 10 portfolio piece with 10 different areas, and you just do mediocre over there, and nobody gonna hire you. So you can just like start more specialized, then you can just branch out and learn more. You can widen out your skills and yeah, use your like previous skills as an advantage, so you know how to approach or doing your studies or something, and all those years you just like struggled as an artist will come into play, right? So yeah, it's even for me is like specialize on one area, and then you can just like branch out.
I think Satish, people are waiting for your amazing demo. Uh,
Man,
I'll
I
just I just pass on the mic to Satish.
man,
He
I
would have
haven't like
finished
prepped.
he would have finished a demo by now. But as you can see, I'm slow as a snail, so bear with me.
Where are you guys exactly from? JB is from
Yeah,
Kerala. I'm
nice
from
to
Tamil
know.
Nadu. Southern is like mostly South Indian.
Who wants some vada and dosa?
maybe like I'll take over like after 5 minutes, and again it's like this stream is going to be like a kind of a text stream, and we'll make it better in the future streams, and we know how to do it right now in YouTube. So
Yep. So
Manik got me when I don't know Hindi. Maybe GB. I think if you think like you haven't like prepped anything, again, this is just like a test stream.
yeah, I mean, we
Can
can
you
keep
can
keep
yeah
keep
can
continuing.
you
Yeah.
yeah, you can just keep continuing, and
Mm,
maybe you've done this like weekly challenge, right? Like maybe you can just like go through that and like tell your thought process, like how you approach maybe from the last week challenge, if you have that PSD file, so that will be like more interactive rather than like being I think doing random demos right now. Maybe if you feel that.
okay.
Again,
Challenge.
guys, like feel free to like ask questions so that it will be more fun, and
Good. So I think this was the challenge image. So what I did is I actually took some references for the castle. I mean,
so
very similar.
I think this was not the challenge image, right? The challenge image was like pretty much
Uh,
the
wait,
the base
wait, wait.
layer, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Give me one second. No, I mean, this was a challenge image, right? So when I looked at this, I think the main thing that struck me is the perspective. I thought like it's a really awesome perspective to place like a building. It'll have like a really nice, so like a 3 point distorted view. So after that, what I did is this is sort of like a blockout mesh I did in Blender. So I just used this image as like a camera projection, and I started sketching on top, like using quick, I think quick shapes. I just started
Hmm.
sketching and like to match that image plane, so that you got like a quick blockout.
Oh
Then
yeah.
yeah, I mean you use this, and then after that is just using photo textures and
And
adding
also you
some.
have that really good palette
Mhm.
to bring that mood and the lighting. And again,
Yeah.
it's like you didn't like 100% rely on that, but you got like some colors palettes to pick from there, and you can just
Mhm.
like keep continuing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like you're taking everything that's working here, then you're just adding elements to it. So, I mean, like the palette is really interesting. I mean, I didn't go for this much. I mean, that much contrast, but because I
Again,
need
this is
very
like
flat.
mostly a cloudy day lighting, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't see that much contrast, but you where you enhanced more of that.
Yeah, this is more like a peek through the sun is peeking through the clouds or something like that. So, and like I slightly changed the lighting to be behind like these buildings. So again, it's like all a choice, right? I mean, where do you want the shadow to be, and like how do you? Well, I wanted these guys to be like backlit,
Hmm.
thinking like shapes would be more interesting. Here, it's very diffuse, right?
So yeah, end of the day is like how you interrupt is what really matters, rather than like
So
you're truly relying on that one reference, or like, so you can just do like go and find like one or two more reference, and where you keep the main reference as like a master reference, and
yeah,
you adding that and like trying to bring that the foundational skills and applying that all those stuff, right?
yep, yep, yeah. So the main, at least main goal for these challenges would be to not, I mean, deviating from the image is fine, but try to use that image to generate ideas.
Hmm. And also
So,
you just like spend uh, way more quick time, so like maybe like couple of hours, and
mhm, mhm.
don't really like
Don't
just
rush it,
do
right? I mean,
details. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's like you guys have like a week to finish it, so don't rush it. Mm,
Cool.
What else? Yeah, I mean, it's very. I guess it's very straightforward, right? So
Hmm.
maybe this week's challenge. Let me see if I can record it. If I can record it. I'll record it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah. If JB is like doing those weekly challenges, he can just like do the record, or like what we can do. I think is uh, do those demos, and we can just like play during the stream, and we can just like narrate it. Basically, that will be
Mm,
really good. So
cool.
how you make those choices and stuff.
Yep.
Maybe I think GB, I'll do the demo stuff maybe in the next week. Pretty super tired after like a long travel.
No problem. No
Uh,
problem.
yeah,
I
I
can
think
keep doodling
you
around.
just like yeah, you just like do a sketch, and maybe we will end by in 15-20 minutes. Again, at the end of the day, this is like just a testing stream.
Yeah, no problem. Guys, again, I mean, main reason for these sessions is mainly for like Q&A and answering that. So,
Okay, yeah, that's another good question. Is can we see some character stuff in future? Definitely, I think. Yeah, we have been doing like a lot of environment stuff.
mhm.
Even I think we can keep that for next week, where GB will be
um,
doing a. Oh, okay, maybe we'll see about GB's
let's see. I mean, let's
availability.
plan. Yeah, let's plan. If you guys need
We,
like a normal workflow or something, I can show you like how I do like quick character. I mean, I did like
I think
30
I,
days
I think
character
I think
sketch.
yeah, I think we'll do it on like Feb 12, um, which is yeah, it's like 2 weeks, right? So we'll do a character demo, more live demo on that stream.
Mhm. Even if it's not
Again,
possible to do a demo, I can just record it and just quickly run through because like the demo itself will take a lot of time, right? So the best option would be just recording it and just running through it like during our this thing
stream, yeah,
stream. Yeah.
that
So let's see.
that would be nice too. Yeah, we'll mix up. Like it's not like always being a recorder demo. You guys want to see the live sketch too, right? So you guys like ask our thought process and other stuff.
If you guys have a lot of patience, we can do that.
Also, like let us know like what are the things you guys want to see in future streams. So right now I think we are setting up and going in the right direction, and it started as like a just a Facebook feedback section, and it's like then it moved into Discord, and right now it's more into live sessions. How has been the personal professional work balance been lately? I think yeah, it's like it's going good actually. We've
Oh,
been taking a break and
yeah.
just chilling.
Disastrous for me, but oh my god, yeah.
But yeah, man, it's like we are taking it like way more smoother compared to last year. Sometimes we don't want to rush just to focus on like earning more money or something. It just need to be balanced for all the areas.
Yeah, guys, give definitely give more importance to family because they are way more important than. I mean, a lot of young people don't realize it, but
Yeah, if JP didn't go to an art school, what is his story? Now I'm really intrigued, curious.
um,
I think he doesn't go to an art school first. He did an engineering before he went to art school.
yeah, I mean, it's not like a proper art school. That was I went to this school called A&A Goa. That was mainly to. I got placed in a IT firm, and I didn't really want to go for the job, so I was like, I wanted to maybe study. The
How
usual
can you
excuse,
escape from your
yeah,
parents?
usual excuse to get away from your parents. But I mean, I really liked the experience in school, and it was good. But after that, I got a job. Then same old, just doing like self teaching. Then I got a chance to go to brainstorm for like a term. So yeah, I mean, it's been like a random journey, but a lot of times I think, especially when it comes to art, it's how much you can teach yourself for sure. Like no matter how good of a mentor you have, unless you like put all those things into practice, I don't think it's gonna help. Mm,
Yeah, true. 10 to 15 years ago, it was either engineering or medicine. Any other suggestion you guys like want to see in the future streams? Like, yeah, feel free to post it in the comments. Yep, it is John Park's Painstorm. I think GB, you did it like during 2016, right?
yeah, 2016.
So yeah, guys, like we'll keep it like running for another 10 minutes. So another suggestion I want to ask you guys is, do you guys want to see more stream in between the weekdays or during weekends? Any suggestions, or like we can just like keep it for mostly during Friday night? Oh yeah, man. Ankit, I think he mentioned. I remember GB stuff from old Concept Artist India FB group. Okay, yeah, that's how we met. We both met through that Concept Artist India Facebook group, and we used to do a hangouts. And yeah, it's really good, right? Like, social media is really amazing to connect with artists all around the world, and
It's definitely a really good tool if you.
okay, yeah, Friday night is great for me. Cool. Yeah, it's like we'll keep it running for a while for Friday night, and we'll make each stream more better, so that we don't want to do multi streams, at least for now. If any of you are proficient in Blender, can you show some ways to approach it in from an artist perspective, or any other 3D program for that matter? Man, I would highly recommend watching Jama's tutorial. So yeah, it's like you can just spend like first 6 months of like going through his tutorials. So
Always
we
learn from the source.
yeah, so we're not going to like show anything different than what Jama does. Again, it's everything is out there. So
Yeah, I guess at this point, showing like programs, how they work and stuff is kind of redundant, right? I mean, a lot of people already have like a lot of free content in YouTube itself.
it's maybe one suggestion what we could give is like, try and learn from own artists, than maybe you experiment with the tools and find your own ways, or yeah, that's how you can come up with like different workflows using the same software. So you just need to experiment it a lot.
Yeah, new
But to get
softwares are always daunting when you're starting out, but just stick with it. You should be able to figure it out.
How do you explain what you do for a living to a relative? We drawing cartoons.
Animation.
Yeah. I think is like most layman's words.
Just say you're a designer, man. I think that always works.
Yeah. Or just like mention you're an artist, that's it.
Hmm.
When we say I'm an artist, people say, "Oh, that's nice, but what do you do for a living?"
I think everyone goes through that phase.
Oh, and do you guys like love working on cartoony stuff? Man, like for me personally, not. But I really like maybe like making color scripts and stuff, but not like designing stylized buildings or architecture, something like that, or even like doing environment stuff, which is like more stylized and cartoony.
Yeah, me too. I'm not like that into stylized stuff.
Maybe we'll just like wrap this section in like couple of minutes.
Sure. End of the session, you'll get Sadish's face reveal. For all the guys who patiently waited till the end.
Tutorial recommendation for environment stuff. I think Learn Squared and Schoolism as the best courses out there, up to date. Again, yes, we have all the content right now. The only thing we need to do is like just spend time to watch and also do the homework. Another thing I try to notice in beginner artists, where they try to watch the tutorials, they try to do the homework for a couple of weeks, but then they jump to one more tutorials. So what I would recommend is like if you have like a six week or 10 week course, and since like Learn Square has that self learning platform where you can just like buy it for like very affordable rates, and you can just watch out on your own pace. Only thing what you need to do is like if you start buying a course, like try to go through each and every lesson and start doing the homework, rather than like buying multiple programs and you just don't do any of those homework. What are your goals with these streams? Like, for us it's basically just interacting with other artists around the world, and like maybe doing these type of small live demos and answering their questions. Yeah, that's the goal for right now. And it's like during the stream, like we are like also like thinking about portfolio reviews and paint overs and stuff. And if some artists who couldn't like afford to take classes or like buy tutorials, I think these kind of small streams might help them. And I know I've been in that phase where I couldn't like afford for any tutorials back then. And so now internet is like very cheap, right? So you can just like watch at your own pace anytime. So hop into the streams and ask your questions, and maybe you feel shy to approach the artist. So this is the best way to ask questions during this live streams. So how would one land a job as a concept artist in India? Is just a good portfolio enough, GB?
Yeah, I mean, in a basic sense, you have a good portfolio, and like you need to be have, I guess, like a decent personality, and that might matter because depending on the people who are hiring you, they don't really like your personality, or they. I guess when I say personality, I mean like someone who can like properly interact with people. Because at the end of the day, you'll be getting feedbacks from the AD or from your client, so you should be able to interact and properly respond and all those basic things. And if you have that plus good enough portfolio, I don't think anything else should matter.
Awesome, guys. I think we will stop over here. I know it's like it's
Good, good.
like a quick one, but thanks for like hopping into the stream. And maybe like next stream we'll do like a longer stream where it will gonna be like a 2 hours demos and stuff. So yeah,
Cool,
thanks for the
guys.
support, guys. Yeah,
Thank you for jumping in.
good night.